You've received a traffic citation. What do you do now? Well, it depends on what's marked on your citation. There are 4 options. Here's how you need to respond for each. If the first box, penalty assessment, is marked, the Metropolitan Court cannot handle your citation. You must pay the penalty assessment amount to the Motor Vehicle Division. There are several options for doing this. You can mail a personal check, cashier's check, or money order to the address shown here. Make sure to include a copy of your citation or note your citation number so that funds may be applied accordingly. Do not mail cash. You may also make a payment over the phone by calling 888-683-4636, or you can pay online at www.mvd.newmexico.gov. If the second box, traffic arraignment, is marked, you need to report to the Metropolitan Court on the date and time listed on your citation. The Metropolitan Court is located at 401 Lomas Northwest. There's a public parking garage just north of the courthouse. Parking rates do apply. Cell phones, weapons of any kind, and food or drink are not permitted inside the courthouse. Lockers are available, first come, first serve, in the entry of the courthouse, in the event that you should bring a prohibited item with you.
No cell phones, pagers, cameras.
Here's what you should bring to court: the traffic citations you received on the date that you were stopped, along with any documents that may help in your defense. Once screened by security, report to courtroom 320 on the 3rd floor. This is the courtroom where traffic arraignments are held. You should arrive to court at least 30 minutes prior to your scheduled arraignment.
Hi, what's your last name?
Thomas?
You will need to check in with the clerk in the room directly to your right once you walk through the first set of doors. Once checked in, wait in the courtroom until called by a special prosecutor.
Dylan Thomas?
Here, the prosecutor will go over your options, which can include pleading not guilty and having your case set for trial at a later date, or entering into a plea agreement and resolving your case that day. If you are under the age of 18, a parent or guardian must be present with you. Once you are finished meeting with the prosecutor, return to the courtroom gallery and quietly wait until your case is called by the judge.
State versus Dylan Thomas, it's TR 007-2015.
When the judge calls your case, step up to the podium.
Good afternoon, Mr. Thomas.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
The judge will ask you how you would like to proceed and if you understand and agree to what was discussed with the prosecutor. If you plead not guilty and your case is being set for trial on another day, the judge will go over your conditions of release while the case is pending. The courtroom clerk will give you a notice of hearing that has the date, time, and courtroom number where you need to appear for trial, along with a copy of your conditions of release.
Okay, here's your copy. You're all finished.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Bye-bye.
State versus Michelle Garcia.
If you plead guilty or no contest and are choosing to have your case resolved that day, the judge will ask you if you understand and are in agreement to what was discussed with the special prosecutor. If so, the judge will go over your plea and sentence. Once your paperwork is complete, the clerk will provide you a copy of your plea agreement and judgment and sentence. If you are ordered to pay court costs and fees, complete driver improvement school, complete community service hours, or any other type of sentence, you will need to report to customer service on the first floor to register. You also have the option to pay your fines and fees by performing additional hours of community service, where you will receive credit toward payment at the federal hourly minimum wage rate. You must complete all requirements of your sentence in the time allotted, or a bench warrant could be issued for your arrest. Certain citations can be resolved in advance without seeing a judge. To find out if your citation can be resolved, call the court at 841-8151 or report to the customer service lobby no later than 4 p.m. on the day before your traffic arraignment hearing. Make sure to bring your citations with you. If your citation can be resolved in advance, you would need to plead guilty and pay the fines and fees owed. You may pay by mailing a cashier's check or certified funds and a signed guilty plea to the Metropolitan Court Customer Service Division at P.O. Box 133. However, If you mail the payment, it must be received by the Metropolitan Court before the day of your traffic arraignment. The court is not responsible for any delay in the mail. If the court does not receive your payment and you do not show for your traffic arraignment hearing, a bench warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you will also be charged with a $100 administrative warrant fee. After you have pled guilty, you also can pay online with a credit card by going to nmcourts.gov. If the third option, court appearance, is marked on your citation, you will receive notice of your court date via mail. The notice will be sent to the address listed on your citation. If the fourth option, warning, is marked on your citation and no other boxes are checked, you do not need to contact the court or MVD. No further action is required. However, if one of the other boxes is also checked on your citation, then you must follow the steps for that box. Pursuant to the Americans with Disabilities Act, the Metropolitan Court will make reasonable accommodations. Please call 841-8151 if you require an accommodation. If any of your questions regarding traffic citations were left unanswered, please feel free to call 841-8151 for assistance.